Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are at an all-time high for gold again, and I am looking for my next entry. Let me just go ahead and add this stream into my live streaming playlist on my channel before I do anything. One moment for that. We're going to review the trade from yesterday, which was a beautiful, perfect setup. I had a buy limit set for it and it hit precisely. So we're going to go over that. Going to go over how gold is becoming super, super easy to trade during this bull run, especially while the government is shut down. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's going up. Wait for the next pullback. Get in for buys. Trade it up. Super, super, super simple. One second. Put a thumbnail on this bad boy. Add it to the playlist. Done. Save. All right, and we are good to go. Hope everybody's morning is doing good. Hope everybody's trading week is going well. So on, so forth. Let me get the chat pulled up before people start hopping in. Perfect, perfect. All right, so this is the trade I called out yesterday. If you were on the live yesterday, you seen it. Did I put the W on there yesterday? I might have even put the W, but I've been getting the same entries for like the last 2 weeks. I wait to go gets to a major level, and for the most part, I've been doing a lot of pending limits. So it's crazy because I've been trading gold since like the past few weeks, since like 3,700. The point is, Um, last week I had this entry waiting for it to come back down to 4,000, which it did the week before. I traded it up to 4,000. So when it got to 40.50, I was waiting for it to come back to 4,000. I set a freaking buy limit. Same thing. No, this one I actually market executed on. I caught it when it was like here. I realized it was forming a W. I got in after saw the double bottom here right above 4,000 level, and I wrote it up. I put my take profit at the next half level at 4,050. When it got to 4,050, I hopped out because I figured it was going to retrace. It did just that. It went from 4,050 down, crashed through 4,000, and came down to 3,950. It came to 39.50. I got in. I set my take profit up to 4,000. I wrote it up to here. When it got to 4,000, I I pulled out because I figured it was going to retrace. And even if it doesn't, when it gets to the next major level or half level, I either trail my stop really close and I end up getting stopped out when it pulls back, or I just close. And for the most part, as you guys can see, for like the last 2 weeks, I was trading on a $100 account. So every time it hit like a half level or something, or even sometimes halfway there, I was closing the trades because I wanted to build the account, and that's how I took that $100 from 600 to 600, and then I risked a bunch of it, and then I took it again from 100 to 500, doing just that, going from level to level. It has been super simple. It's been doing a double bottom at almost every level. This is 4,000. This is 3,950. If you go back through some of my lives, you'll see a bunch of me just drawing these freaking W's. That was yesterday. So that's the trade that played out yesterday. If you see this one, this is 6 days ago. You see that was a W. That one is when it bounced off of 4,000. This is 5 days ago. Me setting the pending limit at 4,000. That pending limit actually lost because it came down to 39.50. But then I had a limit at 39.50. Got in. Like it's the same trade over and over. This one from 8 days ago looks like most likely it's at a major level. And it's the same thing. Like, I don't think there is a simpler way to profit right now. Like a trade that's going from level to level, it keeps doing the same W pattern over. It keeps doing double bottoms. Like you see it break through a level. This was yesterday. I had the pending limit set right at 4,100. Um, because I traded it up to 4150. At 4150, I didn't know where it was going to go after that, so I ended up getting out and I was waiting for a retracement. I want to say, what was that? Wednesday, Thursday, I did a live, made some profit on there, and then I had one where it ended up crashing down. I think that was the penny limit I had set that loss. I think it was at 4150. And it came crashing down. I was like, I'm not touching it. I'm done for the day. That penny limit, I had reduced the risk because I had already won for that day. And I was like, I'm not touching it. I'm done for the day. As soon as I said that, I got off the live. Um, I went and go sit down, and then I just saw it crashing, and I did not touch it. I did not touch it because I didn't know how far it was going to come down. I saw it when it hit 4,100, but I didn't know if it was going to go further than that. So again, I did not touch it. It ended up crashing through the level, but then doing this nice rejection off of it. So was this yesterday? Yeah, London session I ended up getting in. And let me actually go back to my freaking Discord because that was the small account I took from $50 to $850 just off these simple double bottoms. Let's see, that's 5 p.m. We're gonna go back and I cleaned up the Discord a little bit just so I could see the entries I've been posting in here, but what's today? The 15th is 7 a.m. So let's go yesterday for London session. Yesterday, London session. I said going to sleep off two gold entries for London session after major retest to 4,100. So that was this retest right here. It came all the way down. This retested all the way down to 4,100. So I saw that and basically this was me getting in right here. So this is 2 a.m. So 3 a.m. right here on this candle. So on this candle, I was here. You can see the crash. You can see it crash down from 4175. That's up here. 4175 to 4100. I saw it bounce off. Look at this nice double bottom on the freaking 5 minute. Like it doesn't get cleaner than that. That's a nice double bottom on the 5 minute. If we get off the 5 minute, I also posted the hour candle. Same thing. Retest, retest, broke through. I entered. Not only did I market execute, I also had a pending limit right at 4,100. Super, super small account. This account at the time had like $40, $50 in it. I get in. That was at 3:12 a.m. right after London session open. Get to this one. It took off. This is at 4:30 a.m. It took off. So I'm in profit from 4108 up to 4140. So we could round that and say I'm at 4110 to 40. 300 freaking pips in an hour and a half. Like I can't even get my words out. Like it is giving easy profits away right now. Off this small account, I was up $150. At the time, the account didn't even have 150 in it. So I literally snatched that profit um, and waited for it to come back down to my pending limit. So that's within an hour and a half. And as you can see, this double paddle's forming. So then New York session starts. I'm in the same trade. This time it activates my pending limit spot on. I set the pending limit 4,100. It activates it precisely. My stop was right below that double bottom at 40.89. And not only did I profit here off London session, I got out right before it came down, took my profit, got activated in the pending limit, and then up in profit again another $200 on an account that started with $50 in it. So, I mean, again, the point is, and I'm basically said in the chat the same thing I'm saying now. It's been doing this same thing for the last 2 weeks. It's the same pattern over and over. Like I've literally marked it up here. This was last week. This was Wednesday, Thursday. I ended up closing letting the market close on this trade. So Thursday or Friday, just here. This is where it was, right below 4,000 at 39.73. I was in then, and it literally came all the way from there to 40.50. So from 39.50 to 40.50. Same pattern over and over and over again. Anyways, that brings us to now. This is where I left off yesterday, saying basically what I'm looking for to happen. Hold on, let me bring this over. So basically, this is what I was looking at yesterday. I had a take profit set at 41.68, which is this trade here. I got out early, but I sat and watched it play out. I got out, I want to say around here, like 41.40. Again, over 400 pips, like I was good. And then not only that, I had lost like earlier in the morning and super small account. I traded that one live so you guys could go and see what happened. I basically ended up like lost 150 and then I profited again here and made another 200, so on and so forth. I ended up getting aggravated if it wasn't clear how I ended that live yesterday. Not at the trades because obviously beautiful setup. I was aggravated at the fact that I was trading this $100 account for content on my channel just to show people that it really doesn't take much to start trading and just to be able to do what I wanted to do. Of course, when you got $100, you're going to be able to play around a lot more. So I was having fun in the beginning. But then I realized like these setups are so clean and nice that if I was actually on a account I could take serious with a good balance, I could have made some serious freaking bank. Serious freaking bank. But I'm over here playing around with accounts with $50 and $100 and at yesterday I had it at like 450 because I also withdrew. So on that account I took it to 850, then I withdrew 250. So that put it at 600 and then I lost 150, so I was at 450. So yeah, at the end of the day, I had stopped trading after that live. I closed my trades early and then I withdrew the money. I withdrew the money. Me and my daughter had a nice dinner. Um, and yeah, I put the rest basically with a deposit this morning for a decent sized account that I am waiting for a trade for today for. So this is basically where we ended off yesterday at 41.68 and obviously broke through this trend line and both of these take profits got hit this morning. So I had, if it broke through here, I was looking for a pullback to this 41.70 area to then trade it to 41.80 and then 4200. And as we can see today, it went all the way past 4200 already. So I did get the pullback here to the 4170 area that I was waiting for. The problem is my deposit wasn't in the account yet because I was doing a video this morning to record how to deposit into the broker that I use that people requested from me. So while recording that video, I was waiting for my deposit to clear. And I had an alert set for when it came to 4170, but I didn't have any money in the account to place the trade. So um, I also didn't really have a clear area to put my stop loss. So I probably wouldn't have entered anyway, and I wasn't sure how far I was going to come down. So I am expecting it to pull back again, which is why I have these alerts set here at 4180. And I think it could even possibly come back lower to 4150 or even 4100 just because on the 4 hour, on the 4 hour, I feel like this 4 hour candle is crazy. I feel like it could just skyrocket up to 4250 or 4300. But what I'm trying to say is I feel like it can come down as low as like here. This is 4107. Um yeah, around 4107 just because it went like all the way up here without really retracing. It did on the smaller time frames, but the 4 hour hasn't. So I feel like if it wants to be drastic, it can come all the way down here. Um, Let me go to the 2 hour. But to be honest, I feel like it's trying to skyrocket. So it might shoot up to 4250 now, or if it wants it, I'm looking for it to come back to like 4170. I feel like it could come even lower, maybe to here, 4141 or 4140. So one of these. I feel like it's either going to come back down to like this candle area because these last two to give like the same thing it's been doing. Um, and those like double bottoms. So I feel like it could come here, give a double bottom here. If it does that, I'm in there. I'm in there and I'm going in heavy. So let me actually put a path. So if it does something like this, hold on, because I'm gonna need another color. So I already got that on the W's. So I feel like it could do something like this. So if it does that and gives me like another double bottom here, I'm in. I'm going for it. If it does that and creates like a double bottom like here, I'll put my stop loss basically somewhere below either this candle or even this wick and trade it up to 4250, possibly even 4300. It's crazy all these levels on here, but let me go ahead and clone this up for 4300. Even the levels out precisely. 43. This thing is going crazy. Now I can take some of these other ones off. I'm actually not. I'm actually not. I'm gonna leave it just like that. So yeah, I'm basically just waiting now. Um, I want to see if it's going to retrace back down to 4170, but I'm not sure exactly that this will happen, but that's what I want to happen. So let me remove this and we'll see. The first 30 minutes of 7 o'clock is about to close now. See what happens there. So most likely I am going to leave this live here and see if any of my alerts get hit, and then I may come back later. I don't believe I want to set a pending limit, but I am kind of thinking about setting a pending limit. I'm in one trade now. It's not too serious because again, I feel like it could pull back, so this trade could possibly get stopped out, so I'm not really concerned about it. But it was having a hard time staying below the level, so I put it in just in case. But I feel like this trade can easily get stopped out as clearly I have a trash stop loss right now. Um, it's like a 50 pip stop loss, which is very small on gold, and that's just because if I'm wrong, I just want to get out fast and wait for the actual real retracement. This is the account I just started. I could actually put some respectable trades on and like get a bigger lot size than those little $100 than what I was able to do with those small accounts I've been trading lately. Um, Let me finish marking this up. I'll see what I'm waiting for. I don't even think that's a real level. Where is the real level for here? I want to say here. Yeah. So what's that like 4170? Yep. So if I was to put a limit there, that would be a big stop loss because I would want to put my stop loss below 4150. Because yeah, I could go below this, but if it wicks out off this level, I don't really know how low that wick would go. So I don't want to put it right below the level, risk being stopped out. Next option would be below this wick. But if it comes as low as that, it's possible that it could retest 4150. I feel like if it breaks below 4170, it's possible it'll come all the way down to 4150. So I wouldn't want my stop to be above it. So I'm most likely not setting that pending limit because that stop would have to be massive to make it make sense. Unless I did right below the level, which is super risky. It's super risky, and I would trade it at least to 4250 because we already crashed through 4200. Um, that won't be super risky. If I had us limit at 4170, I would say TP 41. I mean stop loss 4160. Oops. Entry at 4170 with a stop loss at 4160 and a TP at 4250. I want it below $100. 100 for 800. I just don't know how I feel about that stop loss. Let me see. Because that would be below the current low. And I like to go below the last one before that, which would be technically down here, which would make my stop massive. And if I want it below $100, it's not really worth it. So I'm not going to set any pending limits. I'm just going to wait and see how far it's willing to retrace. And for now, I'm just going to pay attention to the hourly closes and go from there. put too much on my charts while I'm waiting to see what happens. So I am just going to do everything on TradingView to get my ideas. TradingView is even a little too messy right now, so I'm going to remove some of these levels too. Probably the half levels, except for what it's close to. It's close to those, so I'll leave it. I'm trying to keep my actual trading chart clear and then leave what I've been watching on my trading view chart. So I want to get a Fibonacci to help me identify some next key levels, but I'm trying to see where, from where to where. It's A, B, C, D. Oh, that's nice. Can remove this, that already happened. It's crazy. I'm so used to a clear chart. It's like too much of anything and I could barely see. But I want to at least keep my history of what I'm doing on one of my charts. Mm, trying to see if this Fibonacci trend line is helping me or not. I think we could even start it from down here though. Some more accurate trend line. Yeah, which kind of tells me maybe coming down to exactly where I have this either alert to or 4170. The fact that I'm not sure shows that I'm not putting any buy limits. I don't have an entry for right now, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and end here and just wait it out. When I do get an entry, it looks like I'll be going for 4,300 for my next take profit. So I'm gonna just write this off as an analysis video while I just wait, see what happens, and I may or may not see you guys later.